10-4. Hey everybody, I'm Randy Jones with Incredible Tiny Homes. What's today, Wednesday? Tuesday. Tuesday. Everybody, hey, I have some awesome news. If you guys are on Facebook, there's a Melanie, I probably could just say Melanie Copeland. She bought a home from us a while back, and she lives in Virginia. And guess what? She is now a legal tiny house. The government of that county where she's in actually said they gave her recognized, certified everything. She's good to go. So they're being really proactive where she's at. Now it's a little bit out, I guess you said, in the rural county. That's fine. Most people live and work offline anyway, you know. And so if you want more information about that, I'm sure we can get that to you. But I think is it Friends of Tiny Homes, Amanda? Facebook?
Yeah, I think
Friends
so.
of Incredible Tiny Homes or Friends of Tiny, I don't know, something like that.
The Incredible Tiny Friends or something. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you'd like to find out more about that process, I mean, it's in Virginia, but just the process of what she went through, I don't know how much work she did, but I know she initiated it and had them.
And she posted the letter on Facebook.
Did she?
On that group.
Okay. Yeah. So that's awesome news. Just like we had news of the state of Tennessee want to endorse us as a modular home builder, but we won't be building modular homes. It's a division of modular. So I like that because we're not a modular home.
Will it be called tiny homes in it, or will it say that?
I think it's called on-frame modular tiny homes. I think we're getting a delivery.
Would that change the delivery, like John and Matt? Would that change them, who needs to deliver?
Don't know. Good question.
Yeah.
We'll find that out.
Okay.
But things are happening. I'm kind of glad they are.
Because if it's something that maybe you could even add to the verbiage or writing of it, if it's all new like that.
After it's all done, of course, we'll keep you abreast of everything. Any kind of news that comes up like that, I'll let you know. But we're excited about all that kind of information. It kind of solidifies the company, the business, and it's not just for me, but anybody that builds tiny homes, you know, in the state of Tennessee. I know I don't know any other states, but I know they said to us, once we're certified in Tennessee, it's accepted nationwide because it's a modular home company. So that is awesome. So
That's big news.
So if we come to some states like California, maybe. I'm sorry, I'm looking at. We're expecting our spray foam tonight, everybody.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
the machine?
2 big trucks just pulled in. I don't know what they're hauling, but yeah. So if we get modular certified, then it's a nationwide. So any modular home built here, you can go to Oregon, California, New York, or wherever.
And
even
somebody
Florida.
had mentioned on here that there was another company, and they said that, I can't remember the name of the company, but I looked it up, and they were not certified like that. So I'm thinking that we are going to be the only ones, the only tiny house company.
Yeah, isn't that weird? And it all came, it all came from this development. What happened was the electrical inspector just said, well, wait a minute, those homes are not certified or inspected, so we can't hook them to the grid. And then that raised all the bells. We didn't know anything about it. My gosh, we built, 250 homes across the nation. And not one person has ever asked a question. What?
Now, that's a good question. Christine just asked, if you get that certification, won't you have to build to their specs, which are supposed to be according to local state rules? That's a good question.
They do have stipulations of how they want them built, but not square footage, not framing. It's mostly safety and electrical.
And it has nothing to do with the design or anything like that.
Nope.
Okay, so that's great.
Yeah.
That's for everybody's protection. Okay.
Yep.
It's a good question.
Cool? They actually asked us, how many models do you have? I'm like, oh my God, 250.
Yeah, exactly.
And they said, oh, can you condense it down? What they want is just a blueprint, kind of a format that we go by. We tweak it here and there. We actually had 8 different designs. The Hobbit design, we had an elevated roof design, we got a dormer design, we got Freedom RJO, Craftsman, Highland design. But it's anything. I mean, I'll build everything. Moms, it's got the covered wagon container.
Everything. Yeah.
So anyway, they didn't want all that. They said, hey, just, stop and just
They
give
just need
us
like a blanket. Of
yeah,
something.
give us 4 or 5 that you guys build mostly,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll kind of work from there. They said we'll work with you in the future. So
Okay.
I couldn't believe how well in the state of Tennessee was initiative and wanted to know more, but are willing to help, and they're available. It's like, when you call your state government, all you do is get red tape,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just you jump through hoops and you never get an answer. We got answers immediately.
Somebody said, "How about an Amanda design?"
You got it.
I don't know
Amanda.
what that'd be.
What that would a pink, all glass,
Something pink,
ivy,
glass.
covered in ivy.
Yeah, that is true.
Ah,
That
see,
is true. Yeah.
got you down. Yeah. Everybody, I've always been one to share everything that goes on around here. Tell you how things are going. One thing that's hard for me to do as I'm building, and I love to have a great time. I love to laugh. I love to have fun. I love to just, have a good time. But it's hard. That's a hard thing to do in the business I'm in. I look at podcasts, and, when I get time, in the evenings, or I'm just settling down, I may listen to some podcasts. And I've said this before, but most of your podcasts you guys are listening to, or I listening to, and everybody, are podcasts about self-help, about nutrition, about beauty, gossip, politics, right? It's all about that. Self-motivation, stories, or comedy. It's all entertainment. You ever see a podcast, and I think this is kind of a video podcast of what we do here, that you have somebody that has customers that we're building for.
Mm-hmm.
I have people that I have customers I have built for.
Right.
And now I'm online live right now. All 200 some odd customers that I've built for could get right online right now and say, "You're a piece of crap. You've lied. You've done crappy work for me, and you've done this, or you've done good work," and all that, right? I do that constantly. You don't see these podcast guys. They don't create a commodity that can be judged, that could have failure, that could have things wrong with it. They don't have that. So they can get on there and act a fool all the time, or they can get on there and act like, be very judgmental to the world and politics, and act like they got all the answers about everything, and call everybody else a bunch of dummies, and they think that there's something, being arrogant.
Right.
I can't do that, because every day that I live here is a absolute humbling experience. Every day. I am not on my high horse here. I am not sitting here on top of the world because we got a few more homes to build right now. That is not how it is. The more homes that comes in here, the more responsibility that I incur on hiring more people, taking care of more customers, the inventory, getting everything right, and knowing that it could all collapse in just a matter of weeks or months, and it'll come in on top of me. All right? Because you've got to keep a handle on it. So in no means, just because there's success, unless you've ever owned your own business, you don't realize the stress, the amount of liability that is on every single day. So there's not a day that you can rest back on your laurels and just like, "Hey, I've got it made." Never. It's not going to happen here. I don't have somebody that can take my job away from me. I have Tom that does a great job here. He can't do it. It takes more than just me and him to run this place. So just saying all that, to build that house right there for anybody, it takes a lot to make it go. There's so many design factors: inventory, men, safety, the insurances, the communication between us and the customer, then everything getting here on time, and then making sure it's all juggled at the right time, right? And then the liabilities involved in all that. The electrical, the plumbing, the leaks, the all the stuff, the heating and air, the problems that can occur. And it's just like Murphy's Law. Is it Murphy's Law? Yeah. Whatever could happen is going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It does. And that's why I tell the guys in here, I said, don't ever complain. I don't want to ever hear you complain, because that's all you'll do if you don't watch it. Because it's either too hot outside to work in, it's too cold, it's rained too much, right? The materials didn't get here on time, something didn't come in right, it came in busted. We've ordered a range here, a stove, come in 3 times busted.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we get shipped here, that's why I hate appliances. You all ship your appliances. I think if I man, how many times? I bet you more of them have come damaged
Dented, scratched,
than came
something.
ready to go.
Oh,
and then
100%.
and now we're trying to push them to where they don't come to the very end because we didn't have a building big enough to put them in. But now we're adding on, and we're adding on. I'd like to get them now because if they're damaged, we can send them back. That takes manpower to get that going, or they come in the wrong size. We had customers order the wrong appliances, even though they knew the sizes, and that's fine. It makes mistakes. They're too big, or we put them in and they didn't like them, but they bought them and they knew what sizes should have been going in them. And that's how we try to reference and help you understand what you're doing. And that doesn't happen a lot, but to just explain to you all the liabilities and all the things that could go wrong in just building one house, and you multiply that by as many as we're doing, and then we're trying to get them all done because I know you want them all. Like, I had a customer that we had today, and I had egg all over my face because he was told his house was under progress and it wasn't even started yet, and I was so embarrassed. I had to take his call and I had to apologize. If he's watching now, I thank you for your call, and we got your trailer in today. The framing started on the floor. We'll be plumbing it in the morning. We still don't have our spray foam. We had a customer that wanted his house today. It's not even spray foam. Our spray foam machine's been down over 2 weeks now. I've ordered a whole new machine over $20,000 to get here, and it's still not here. And we overnighted it last Friday. Things happen.
Yeah.
I understand that, and I know even the means of communication sometimes, and it's hard because even the girls don't want to call. We get 2 girls in this office that I wanted to take care of. Say, every customer we have, I want to make sure that they know when they're going to get their house. I don't care if they don't want it. I know it's hard to say, hey, my house is 20 weeks out. I'd rather tell you it's 20 weeks out than tell you it's going to be 2 weeks out and then not get to you for 18.
Right.
But they don't want to hear the customer complaining and screaming at them because they don't know when they're going to get their house, or it's going to be too long. They didn't longer. If I could snap my fingers, it is in our best interest to get your home to you as quick as it can possibly get there. All we're doing is organizing our life around your build. All the builds, our whole life, my whole life revolves around getting these houses to you. So this is a tiny home business. I talked to a guy who was in the modular home business in Alabama. And he was telling me things you wouldn't believe. That was what we're doing times 10. Meaning, he said he had a house that he promised a guy, and he said he hadn't even framed it. You know what he did? He moved all the houses out of their factory, pulled the guy's house in there, put everybody on framing that house just to get the walls up, take a picture and tell the homeowner, yeah, we started it. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to call you up and I'm going to say, you know what? I ain't started it, and I'm sorry. And it's hard because I'm a grown man and I got to hear somebody chew me out, which they deserve to chew me out because we didn't deliver what we were supposed to deliver. But that's the part of heaven. I call it, man, is it egg on my face or cake on my face? Egg. So I had egg on my face, and I hate it. That's why I don't go to bed till 10, 11 o'clock. That's why I get up at 5 a.m. That's why I run all day long. So I'd only eat once a day, and I try to stay healthy is because of all that. You know what? The crazy thing is, I love it. I love doing it. I love challenging, but I don't like disappointing people. All right? So I want to tell you that, in my best interest, the people that work here, and we're still filtering through some of the people. We got some of the people not showing up till 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. They overslept. Or they didn't keep their car battery charged the night before. They're not preparing and planning their next day. They're not leaving here at 4:30 cleaning up and thinking about what they're going to do when they walk through the door at 8 a.m. because they don't have the incentive that I do. Great people, yes, we love these people that work here. I love my guys, the girls, and everybody that's here. But to have a passion so much like me, I know is unheard of when you don't own your business. And I'm fine with that. I'll work through all those intricacies of people's personalities, people that's had substance abuse issues. I'm fine. I'd love to help you. But I have to work within their limited abilities, and then that's what I have to work to get you a product. And it's got to be done right. And I've got a core guys, about 8 to 10 guys that are hardcore guys, been with me for about 3 years, They know the quality, they know what we need to do, they know how to put it together, and they know how it has to be done. Couldn't do this business without them, all right? So I'm just telling you all that because I think it's been a while before I've been able to tell you, hey, I think people liked it before when I was able to tell you that I messed up or I've done something wrong or here, this is the way it is. I don't know why, but I just always wanted to be as transparent as I possibly can with my business. Is there things I'm not telling you? Dang right. I'm not telling you everything. I can't. But I think it's enough and more so than anybody has ever revealed. And I'm trying to give you enough information that makes you feel comfortable of who we are as a company, who I am as a person, and who we are as Tryon. I don't want anybody to think that because a person gets successful that, oh, he's successful now, look at him, he can do this or do that, he's not going to think about this, and quality's going to go down, and he's not going to be down to earth. Listen, I'm almost 60 years old. I'm not going to be changing my personality because I'm building more homes or acquiring more whatever it is in this life. I'm never going to do that. I am who I am. I wear the stupid clothes every day. It gets dirty and I stink. And that's just the way I am, you know? But I love the business. I love physically working. I love working my mind, making the business run. And I think a lot of the things that we've come up with in this industry, I think has been monumental with the communities, with our price points and how we're building homes. There's nobody in the country building homes for the price that we're building them for. You can build a home for $15,000, you know? There's just a lot going on. They got customers that say they're going to buy a house, they don't buy a house, or they agree to pay them money and they're going to send it, but they don't send in all their money and it puts us behind. There's just a lot going on top of the building, on top of the materials, on top of the costs, on top of the insurances and the taxes and the bureaucracy that you have to deal with. Even in a small town and county like this, there are still things. And that's why I'm saying I don't want to bore you with all the business stuff, you know, about a business. That's why I mean I don't tell you everything.
Well, and they all are in agreement. They all are saying they love you. They understand. There's people on here that have their own businesses. They have the same challenges. So everybody's unbelievably understanding and know exactly what you're talking about. So,
but to be on Facebook and be on social media live, I mean, who does that? Who shows you? Like, there's a guy working here from Knoxville, great guy named Dave. I said, Dave, you're looking behind the curtain, buddy. He's like, you know, when they looked at Oz behind the curtain, they seen Oz wasn't Oz. He was just a little guy in a loudspeaker. Well, you're looking behind the curtain and seeing everything that happens here, which is there's stress. There's people screaming. There's people cussing. There's people running. There's people happy, mad. You'll see problems. You'll see situations. We had a leak in a house today, and it has the metal pan. Turned on the water, leak. We had to cut the metal pan out, dig all the spray foam out of a section about 2 foot by 2 foot. And you know what it was? You know the crimper?
mm-hmm.
It was on. It leaked. Don't know why it leaked. Normally, we keep an air pressure on every house. But this one didn't have air pressure on it. We took it outside, added a little bit of plumbing to it, and where we added it, that's where it leaked because we didn't keep it, because we had to shuffle it out.
Mm-hmm.
That's our main reason I want a bigger building, is that we don't have to. We can keep a house in one place, finish it, done, and it stays where it needs to be. I think he's taking care of it for me. Josh, turn the compressor off.
That's good. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, buddy. He's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
He lives right down the street.
Yeah. Yeah, he lives around here.
3 doors down.
In this neighborhood.
In this neighborhood. Yeah. I mean, listen, he lives here. I'm putting him up. Conan, putting him up. Daphne's here. Kuna's here. My mom's here. I'm here. I got Chuck Marshall. This guy's living here. My son's living here. Whew.
Melanie said, do your Braveheart thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to do that again some other time. I have to wear my kilt.
Yeah.
So, I just wanted to share all that with you, all right, about that. But can I show you a house that first, can we walk through the building, or are you going to lose signal?
I think I can walk through the building.
I
just want to tell a really funny, I don't know if I can find it now, but let me see. Christine just sent something. I thought it was just really funny, because just to touch on it, because it's just a cute little joke. She said, Said two brain surgeons operating. One looks over at the patient and says to the other, "Hey, it ain't building tiny homes." Because everything, it ain't brain surgery, you know. That was funny, Christine. I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was
All
a
right.
hoot.
Take, for instance, I'm going to tell you, take, for instance, these windows over here. All right.
Yeah.
That's got window tape on it, right? That's a little bitty thing, but we have to have window tape.
Yeah.
They may not have, we ordered it, but they may not have it in stock, but they send it here, and we're checking all our inventory, but we don't have a composited inventory. We have a list. We go over it. But because there's so much, because as soon as we're unloading a truck, hey guys, can you bring some 2x4s over and get some 1x, get about the siding over here? How about some barnwood? We got every windows over here. So yeah, I'll check the inventory later. And by the time you get back to that, you missed that one window tape that wasn't on that. You know, you checked it, it wasn't there. But then you say, okay, it wasn't there for Tom or Dakota that's unloading everything. But comes time to put that on there, that window tape's not on that house. We can't even start the siding with that window tape.
Without tape.
One little thing can shut down the process of that house.
Right.
Window tape. All right? Even we had 3-inch couplings. They were out of 3-inch couplings for the plumbing. We couldn't even do, I had to run all the way to Lowe's.
Well, now I'm gonna give a
3-inch cup.
suggestion of something. This is what I feel Lowe's should do. I think that we order enough stuff from Lowe's that I think they should have a little company here. A little Lowe's should be here, a tiny Lowe's at Incredible Tiny Homes, because we buy so much stuff from them, and all of the stuff that we buy from them should come here, not to the store.
Well, that's an awesome suggestion, and I agree with you, and I wish they would do it.
I wish they would do
Because
that.
we are their largest
customer.
All right? We spend over $300,000 a year with
Yes,
Lowe's.
I
And you know
agree.
what? I've had every Tom, Dick, and Harry
Yeah.
lumber yard. Oh my God, you bought from Lowe's? You must be paying out of your nose.
They give discounts.
All right, here's their price list. Nobody can
Match
touch
it.
them.
No.
Nobody. You know, you guys buy a box of 3-inch screws, they're $95, right?
Yeah.
The amount of stuff that we buy, we get them for 40. 40.
Yeah.
Some is almost 80% discounted. Some is 5% discounted.
Yeah.
But across the board, it's probably 35%.
Yeah.
But because we buy so much. But they're out of a lot. This little Lowe's over here is not like the Lowe's in Morristown. It doesn't carry as much.
Right.
So that's why there's just, and I'm just pointing all this out, and we're dealing with all this, all right? And we didn't have the money before to buy 14 boxes of window tape in advance. We didn't have that kind of money. I'm using your money to build your house. And now when
Right.
people say to me, hey, I don't want to give you all my money because you can't build my house for 4 months, then I can't buy 10 boxes of window tape.
No.
Because I don't have enough money. Because the money I take, I build these houses.
Right.
If I'm spot on that RJO, and that's if I'm spot on, this is supposed to be built in a week. I've got it down to where it can be built in a week. I know it can. We're still not at that point. We're still at double that. It takes 2 weeks to build an RJO,
Right.
basic, especially with breakdowns. If I'm spot on with my money and we're like right on labor cost, right? I can walk away with about $2,500 profit on a house.
Right.
$2,500.
Yeah.
And that's if I'm hitting it right on. Our overhead has increased. Our staff has increased, which means our workman's comp and general liability has increased, which you guys know it as just cost, right?
As business owners.
But I still
Yeah.
think it can be done. And I have the dream to keep tiny homes low. You can go to Houston, go to all these places. They're building these tiny homes for the homeless or whatever they're doing, right? These are big. These are 8 by 16. They're building tiny homes. You could probably get 4 of them out of that right there.
Right.
Well, I could build them too for $4,500 to $7,500. This is a full kitchen, full bathroom, spray foam, wired, plumbed, on a brand new trailer with brakes on it. And lights, ready to go and stamped, certified to go across the country for 15 grand all day long. So there's just, I'm proud of what we do, but it is a big challenge, you
Yeah.
know? So, come on, you ready to walk through?
Yep.
We tore this wall down in here. We moved that one out, the rose went out today.
Oh, it did. Yeah.
This green one went out today.
Oh, those are all different. Yeah.
This one's still here, we're waiting for spray foam, hopefully get the first thing in the morning to get it done. This is Julie's house, this is the Highland. We started on the bottom, We got cedar shakes hopefully coming in. Cedar shakes have been out. We couldn't find them
Yeah.
anywhere in a 50-mile radius.
Yeah.
So we got cedar shakes from the top of the window down, and then from the top of the window up is going to be the stucco
Right.
that we're going to have.
Beautiful.
Look, Amanda, there's a yumpers.
And I just met, he's like, I swear to God, he's like Bigfoot. You cannot catch him on film.
All right. Does that lot look gorgeous?
Wow.
We took this wall down right here.
You did.
Is that not pretty?
That is beautiful. Oh my gosh, and you got more of the metal on.
Yeah. I got 4 guys that I work with on and off throughout the day. And it's been, I think today was 94 degrees.
Oh, it's hot.
It was a hot day here.
it was.
And I like it warm, but today was warm.
Yeah.
But we got a shed roof, 100-foot of shed roof we put on.
Wow.
Put all the metal on that today. So we finished the wood on the shed roof, put all the metal on the shed roof today, and we put that metal on there today.
That's a lot. You accomplished a lot.
That's why I'm saying, if I physically can work with guys on an RJO, I'll get it done in a week. But I physically can't just take my guys and physically show them exactly what, because I've got so much I've got to do.
Right.
So what I'm doing it is in little segments of it, and Tom's helping them in segments of it. But we're just still not at that point where I know we can get it done in that
Right.
timeline, you know? So if we can live, if we exist and live through this learning curve,
Yes.
we'll be successful. But right now, there's a learning curve that's eating my lunch.
Well, and 2, this past weekend for 4 houses, 2 have left. I mean, it's on. We're on it.
Yeah,
you
we'll
know,
get there.
it's getting there.
Here's my old dump truck. This is a floor system right here. This is Michael, you called this morning, buddy. And
Yes.
this is where we're at. We're plumbing it in the morning, putting the floor, insulating it, framing it. But as you guys can
And
see,
it's a Freedom or is it a
yeah, his is a Freedom.
Freedom? Mm-hmm.
Now, as you guys can see, we're starting to use, and I don't like it, but it helps. This is a regular 2x6 floor. I like it. The reason I don't like it is because it's overkill. We don't need it.
It's not. Well, how come you did it?
Why did I do it?
Yes.
Well, I was using the 1x6s that I had. I had a trainload of 1x6s. And I talked to a couple engineers. I talked to some people, and they said, yeah, your 1x6s are strong enough for floor joists.
Right.
And, but you know what? I just felt like people were thinking that the 1x6s are peer pressure. That's all. Thinking that they should go 2x6s. And I ended up buying a tractor trailer load of 2x6s.
Okay.
And what it does, look, for the guys that work here, I'm using a yellow pine flooring that goes. Let me show you. Get them one by right here. So if I put a board on here, and this is a little wider than I normally use, but let's say we put a board on here, and there's usually a. Can you see my finger?
Yeah.
Usually there's a tongue right here called tongue and groove flooring. And we take a staple and we have a big hammer and we pop it right here, right? Well, there's more surface area right here for that staple to hit for somebody who's not real experienced.
Right.
Okay? So even though this is overkill for strength, it actually helps in the process of building this because it gives more surface area for less experienced people to nail the floor on.
And you've got a lot of inexperienced help right
Yeah,
now.
they're doing great. The premise of what we do can be taught very simply because as we did our workshops, everybody knows we've taught people that never did anything.
Right.
We're great after 5 days, they were doing really well at probably 60-80% of what we do.
Right.
But that's why I'm doing it. It's going to add a little weight to the house. So I'm going to reweigh our RJOs. They were at about 5,000 pounds. We're going to add that, and we're actually adding the sheeting to the outside. The only reason I'm adding that is because we can put PSPI, we can do whatever we want to do on it, and the guys, same thing, the guys that are framing these things, it helps them just go easier and quicker. For me personally, for Tom, for a lot of the guys that are seasoned, we don't need that part of it. Structurally, it's beautiful without it. It's fine. But now we're just going to wrap it all, frame it all,
Well,
put
that's
it
good.
together.
That's a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that was really the main. And you know what? I got the sheeting. Everybody, I bought a train load of sheeting, a little over $4 a sheet. That's half of what you get them at Lowe's.
Wow.
You know, so that's why we're using this stuff right here. See this called Zip System?
Yes, I see
Yeah,
that. It
it's got the
says zip
green waterproofing
there.
on the outside. We threw that up we taped it on the ceiling because our roof is not on yet.
Right.
So if it rained, that house is waterproof.
So it's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as you can see, well, that's regular OSB. But the reason I paid a little over $4 for it is because some of the paper, the green, will be ripped off. I didn't buy it for the green paper. It's just part of it.
Right.
But part of it was off of it, so it's blemished just a little bit, so we're able to use that.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of the Amish guys and the shed builders and all that, they'll buy stuff like this. They've been using it for years, you know?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And we went through really quickly with all these houses last night.
Yeah, it's like,
So it was
20?
a lot. Yeah. And that was only half. And somebody had mentioned something about heated floors, and we have done that before.
Yeah.
And we'll do it.
and
yeah.
all right, if you want heated floors, look up a company. It's a Sluter. I think it's called Sluter floor system that I think is the best.
Now, what was it again? I just switched
Sluter.
them.
Sluter Sluter tile floor systems, and they have a heated floor system. I want to do that next time we do one.
Yeah.
We have a tile installer. He loves Sluter. He just went to their seminars. He's learned how to put it in. It's called Sluter tile floor systems, and then you can put electrical in like your bathrooms. You can put it in zones where part of it's working, part
And
of it ain't.
if I'm not mistaken, didn't he say that he's like one of the only ones in this area because he went to the class to learn that?
Yeah, he's real particular. Will's a great guy. He's
Yeah.
really good at what he does. Any tile, we just have him do our tile for us. This is a Freedom. Let me get you
Yeah.
over here, Andy. You can look up. What I love about this is our first 20-foot Freedom, everybody. It's 20 feet long. It's about $32,000, I think.
Beautiful.
It's got the dormer. It's got all the appliances. Got a heating and air system. It's got a finished floor. It's got the PSPI siding. It's got a gas tankless water heater.
Beautiful.
And you know what? Being 20 foot instead of 16, it actually got 2 doors on it. One on the side, one in the back. It's got a stackable washer and dryer, closet, full bathroom, kitchen, and a loft area. Yeah. So that's almost done. That'll be going up to, I think, Indiana here in the.
Now, Mark has a question. Said, why not use attic foil warehouse vapor barrier and roof underlayment?
I don't
know what that is?
I just don't know nothing about it.
I don't either. Okay.
Yep. This is my theory about insulation.
Yeah.
All right, is that they have systems that are R50 in the walls. My God, we're not living in the Arctic, you know? Look at Regina. We built a 24-foot house, Craftsman in Florida,
Right.
in the hot, Tampa Bay.
Super
Her
hot.
light bill is never more than $15.
Yeah.
How much more efficient do you need to get? You know what I'm saying? So the foil, yeah, all that works, I guess, but how much more do you want to pay? That's why all these tiny homes are getting up to be $180,000.
I know, it's insane.
120. How efficient do you have to be?
Right.
They're just a little bitty thing. I can put a Walmart stack heater in that thing.
It'll be fine.
It'll run you out of there, and the light bill still won't be more than $25 a month.
Christine's talking about the heated floors. What would said, I'm not sure if off-grid can handle an electric floor. What would happen there?
You know, I don't know the efficiency behind it.
Yeah, right.
And I know anything that you use for electric heating is not efficient for solar. I don't know of anything that is solar. You know, you'd have to use like a gas boiler and water running through it.
Okay. Tom wants to know, do you have lockable trailer hitches? How do you keep someone from stealing it?
They make a lock that goes on the ball. Yeah, you can get them at Lowe's.
Okay. All right. Good.
I've never had anybody. Normally, where these are set up, they're set up, off the ground and everything.
And Jim was talking about, and we've had people have their houses in places like Wisconsin and the really cold places.
Yeah. And the best thing to do is we spray foam on the floors. The best thing to do is put skirting around your house. I know as a kid being raised in Michigan, the worst thing you want is air blowing under your house.
David wants to know, is the picture window glass insulated, single or double glazed?
Yeah, it's double glazed and tempered.
That's a good these are good questions.
I love it. Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. Let's see.
Point the camera over here while you're talking.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to, can we walk up to this one real
Sure.
quick, man, before it gets too dark? This house is taking on a whole nother look. Look at this. Can you guys see it from back there?
Yeah, it's
Can
beautiful.
you see how shiny this is, Amanda?
It's so pretty. I have to get closer to see the shine.
I think you got to look at it from this angle. All right.
You can see it.
Look how shiny that is.
Mm-hmm.
We put the Sikkens SR23 on this right here. This is what we burnt with that Japanese technique.
So pretty.
God, with this red corners,
Mm-hmm.
black log siding, I fell in love with this today when we put that finish
That
on there.
is gorgeous. I
now
love
step
that.
back just a bit. Now this has still got to have one coat on this side. It's only got one.
You can see the difference.
And then look at that shine through there.
Mhm,
Can you see it down there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you look up and you have the dormer. It's red with black siding, a black roof. That it just jumped out at me today.
It's super pretty.
Let me see if you see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Is that not gorgeous?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
So we just put that on there today. The finish, and it's an SR teak
Yes.
Sikkens. It's a 2-3 process. You put the stain. Well, this didn't need stain because it already had the burnt on there, and then we put the 2-3 on top of the round log.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, we had.
It's so pretty.
We were hooking water up to the house, right? It's
Mhm.
only got one coat over there where the water hookup is, and the water just beat it up over the logs.
It's gorgeous.
What you got? Question?
Linda just said, yeah, said I'd love to do an art wall. Has anyone ever done a mural wall in a tiny home? That'd
No.
be beautiful.
That'd be
Tell the story
sweet.
about your boys when they were little.
What, the murals on the walls?
Didn't you have a mural? Didn't you all have something painted for them?
I'm sure a lot of people had
You know what a
murals
mural is?
for their kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, painting on the wall.
So
Picture.
it's just a painting on the wall. Yeah. Oh.
Are you looking for questions?
Yeah, I'm looking. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, the sun's about going down, everybody.
It is.
Here in Newport, Tennessee.
Gorgeous.
Look at that sun. Look at that moon.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I want you guys, if you can come here to Newport in October 12th and come to our jam, you're gonna learn about everything. I'm the type of guy, you sit down with me, we'll talk. We talk about, you name it. We'll talk about personal, we'll talk about business, whatever I know about anything. Not that you even probably want to know anything that I know, but I'm here and a lot of other people here that got a whole lot more knowledge than I do about all kinds of stuff. And that's what's really neat. I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of people in this industry that haven't even bought homes, that they're just friends,
Yeah.
that want to come here and be a part of just what we have going here.
Mm-hmm.
We have people that come through that gate that just visit, and when they don't want to leave when they come here. I don't know what it is. I'm running rampant around here. Everybody's crazy. Everybody's working. Everybody's going. But when they're here, they say, God, there's just something here that makes me just want to hang out and stay.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that feeling continues even as we grow as a company. And I hope it is here at the Jam with all of our tiny homes that we're building.
I've got a few more questions
Go.
just to ask. Danette wants to know, can you paint over the PSPI if the colors that you have you don't care for anymore?
Yes, good
That's
question.
That's a great question.
And we have done it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they can give us. We're going to do that for a house. The PSPI is 4 or 5 weeks out. Customer
Mhm.
can't wait. We're just going to paint it.
When are we going to see, Ellen wants to know, when are we going to see the homes we have for sale, the 5 that we have for sale?
You know what? Oh my gosh,
I know.
we got to get them out here.
We have to. And we're
Um,
going to show them at the Jam as well.
Yeah, you know what? We probably, let's just say they'll be at the Jam, lined up, ready to go
Mhm.
because they're all going out to the beach area.
Yeah, and they'll say the for sale, which
Yeah.
ones are for sale.
Yep.
We'll put all them together. Oh, there was another question. Oh, Jim wants to know, could you put a dormer in the middle of the house?
Yes.
It's a great question.
We can put the dormer anywhere you want.
Mhm.
Normally we put it over the loft area, and that's why at the back or the front.
How many homes have we built to date? We only kind of know,
I don't know. Briefly, I think maybe 230.
if not more than that. Yeah,
Yeah, probably 230, something like that.
yeah. Everybody's excited about coming to the jam. Cost to do. Donna wants to know, what is the cost to do that wood burning? That was the very first one we did. So
That was really inexpensive. We rented a torch, or one of the guys had a torch. We just torched it. And you know what? We torched it on the house instead of torching it laying it on the ground. I try to do everything more efficient than normal. We just burn it.
Yeah.
It was good. It only took a couple hours.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Linda said, can the caboose be 20 feet long?
The
Could be
caboose.
anything. A caboose house, I guess.
Yeah.
A caboose.
Yeah, I can make it. Yeah, anything.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm getting dark, aren't I?
Yeah, you're getting dark.
Aw.
And Robert Rowe just asked, can you paint the PSPI? And we just answered that. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, we are going to paint. We just painted one that left, and we're going to paint one over here because they can't get it to us quick enough, so they're sending us the paint to paint the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it's getting dark on us.
and PSPI is cool because you still get the warranty
Yeah.
with the paint. You still get the warranty of the product that doesn't rot or anything like that.
That's
And-
nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's a good security.
yeah, really it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody had sent me, I was on Instagram and I seen a couple tiny homes companies, and wow, some gorgeous homes, everybody.
Yeah.
And you know, when I looked at them, I thought, man, I would love to be able to build some of these beautiful tiny homes and throw in these crazy ideas that you have. And that's been the frustration of my business, that what I do is that I build what you want.
Right.
So unless you want something like that, I don't get to build it.
Yeah.
And so I never have this fantastic, fabulous, tiny, model that has everybody's ideas in it that shows off what we can do.
Yeah.
So sometimes we go through a spell where we just don't have that many flamboyant designs, that people want, and I don't care. I love building my $15,000 to $30,000, $40,000 homes all day long. And what I like about it is no competitor out there will even come close to what we're doing, But like the Highland that just left to California,
Right.
it's going to California.
He's in Oklahoma tonight.
Yeah, he's in Oklahoma. That's John heading out there, and so that was my design. I got to do it, and it was really fun.
Clavita wants to know, do they have, where's her question? Do they make clear rubber coating? Let's see, what did she put? Clear rubber coating. She meant, sealants. Clear sealants.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like a polyurethane or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they make all kinds of polyurethane.
And is this the Rose house? Is that Robert's house?
Yes.
Robert and Jenny's house right there.
Is it too dark yet?
Yeah. Well, we can see it barely, but not.
You can't even see me really.
No, not much anymore.
Yeah.
Not much anymore. There was one.
Hey, I
other
did get dressed up for the video, everybody. I had a clean shirt on, pair of pants, and we did a video of the Highland House.
Yeah.
So I can wear other clothes.
Video and pictures.
This is just what I work in. You probably get tired of seeing me in a white T-shirt all the
Okay,
time.
it's your
but
uniform.
It's just what I wear.
It's work.
Yeah.
You're at work. We're not at the prom.
That's right. Yeah.
And yes, I am going to video the jam. I'm going to video constantly. So I'm going to stay charged up and video. Yeah.
All right, everybody.
I know.
Have a great night. And thanks for tuning in. We'll be here tomorrow with another show.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
And I'm going to try to get out here a little bit before dark
Mhm.
and take care of all this stuff.
Yeah.
Show you. We got some really cool houses going on in there. Especially, it's just like, you know what I want to do? I want to show you the timeline. That's what I'm going to show you. We got a chalkboard in there. And they write the date when they started, who's on it, how many man hours, and what's the due date out the door, and what's going to get done.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to show you is our process.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the cost. I'm going to show you the process. Show you everything that we're doing. Why not, right?
Yes.
Buy a house from us, everybody.
That's right.
Spread the word. Thank you. We reach 100,000 subscribers, I'll give a house away. How's that?
That is true. Yeah. You've been saying that since the beginning.
Done deal.
Done deal.
Have a great night. Look at the moon.
Look at the moon. Bye.
Bye.